Hey, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to throw out a video on gravel driveways. If you've watched my prior videos, you know I moved into a house not too long ago, and what I learned over the winter is my gravel driveway needs a lot of work. So I'm going to run you through what I've done thus far, what I'm going to do. Maybe it will be a benefit to you if you're looking to put in a gravel driveway. I had to put down about 5 ton, just shy of 5 ton during Thanksgiving and Christmas so that my family could get here and not have to swim to get to my front door. It was that bad. And it was 1 1/4 inch minus, and it's worked for the time being, but rains have slowed down now. We're getting into spring, and it's time to really jump into this thing full tilt and get it taken care of. So I'm going to run you through the process, and it's not something that I'm going to be doing. I thought about it though. I do have some of the equipment to get it done, but I'll run you through it, tell you what I'm going to do, why I'm not doing it, and hopefully you'll find some information in there for you that will benefit you if you're looking to do the same. Anyway, let's get to it. So this was a mud pit. This is 1 1/4 inch minus that I threw down just for the time being, and it's worked. But this was all just solid mud all the way over to my trailers. You can still see some remnants of the mud over there. But the driveway is fairly big, and I got planes flying overhead. Sorry about the noise. But a lot of low spots, a lot of mud, like I said, and we're gonna take the driveway all the way over and out, and then up to the pad, the parking pad over here as well. There's my trailer. If you haven't seen that on the channel before, I can haul just shy of 5 ton in that trailer, which is a lot of gravel. But when you're doing a driveway as big as this one, it's really not. So it would take me, I don't know how many trips in that trailer to go get the gravel. So rather than do it myself, I'm hiring a company to come out and do it for me. It's just wouldn't make sense spending all the time and the effort and wear and tear on the truck and trailer. Gravel's heavy, to try and come out here and do it myself, and then I'd have to rent a bobcat to spread it. So anyway, this is what she looks like before. I'm gonna have to move all the cars and trucks out of the way. Well, today's the day. Gravel's been delivered, at least first load. We got another 2 or 3 loads that are coming in, but it's a 1/4 inch minus that they're gonna throw down. It is a great gravel, compacts nicely, and that'll go right on top of this 1 1/4 inch minus base that I threw down, so that'll work out really well. But they dumped their first load, off to get the second and third load, and then they've got some work to do as far as cutting. I'll kind of show you what that is. So you can see on this pad on the carport, they just backfilled dirt right up to it. That's all gonna have to be dug out, at least a couple inches, if not more, in order to put the gravel down. And this is the garage pad, and you can see grass has just grown through the gravel all the way up to that pad, so that's gonna all have to be cut out, just like the carport pad. Another 2 inches, 4 inches. So this is what I was talking about, pulling back all the dirt from the pad. Got some of the gravel laid down, but he's still working to try and get this all the way back over. But he's gone down, I don't know if you can see that, he's probably gone down at least 2 inches. I think he's gonna probably go down a little bit further, but that's what you need to do. All right, so if you're wondering what 32 tons of 1/4 inch minus looks like, this is it. Sounds like a lot, but it doesn't go very far. Still got more to do back over here. There's a kick out over there. And then back around over here. Still got to get up to the driveway, and that's really thin up there. But again, that's 32 ton. All right, into day one, I thought I'd just give you a quick update. 64 tons delivered today. Last update I gave you was 32 tons. So this is about minimum of what you're gonna need for a project this size. This is what you're looking to do to your place. That's the end of it right there, and then swinging back around. All right, so we're all finished, 96 tons in all. So I'll show you what 96 tons looks like, since I've been kind of going along with that theme. Took it all the way up to the carport. Kick out over by the trailers. Kick out over here for turning around. Widen this area of the driveway. Took it all the way down the driveway. I'll show you how far that goes. So this is where we stopped, far into the property. As you can see, kind of just petered out right there. And spinning around, going back towards the driveway. Again, this is, I don't know, probably about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches in some areas. Went up there just a tad. And then we'll work our way back to the property. We cut back over to this pad. This used to be, all this down in here was all dirt, if you remember. And this up here is about 4 to 5 inches, and it gets up to about 6 up at the pad up here. So that's about 6 inches going all along there, and we cut that back. I showed you that. And then we widened it here. It used to be all grass up and through here. And this is all about 3 to 4 inches. And then these kickouts back here ended up being about 6. When you get all done, you're going to need to compact it somehow. You'll eventually compact it by using, by just driving on it. But I took my tractor, ran over all of this, and got it fairly compact because it will be a little bit loose. But anyway, 96 tons. If you're looking to get something done like this, that's what it looks like. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you found some of that information useful if you're looking to do something like this. It's a fairly big project, 96 tons. And I have words of advice. If you've got a project like this, or even a smaller project, make sure you get all of your cars, trucks, equipment off site, or at least out of the way of the project, so that you allow your contractor the ability to get at it in a quick and timely manner. Things change as the project goes along, and he's going to need room to kind of adapt and overcome. On this particular project, we had a flat tire on the backhoe that we had to take care of, and so we had to get that off site, and we still had gravel coming at the same time. So again, just make sure that your cars, trucks, and equipment are off so that the contractor can do what he needs to do. And then, as I noted in the video, if you've got any pads, just make sure you dig out in front of those pads so that you've got a nice 3-4 inches of gravel, so that you don't run into a mud situation there coming up against your pad. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one.